welcome to Christy Sunrise. Today I'm going to share with you my recipe for cherry cobbler. You are going to need 2 cans of cherry pie filling. You're going to need 1/4 of a cup of sugar we're going to start with. You're also going to need another 2 tablespoons of sugar. So I just have some sugar in a bowl right now, and as we're going through the recipe, I'll tell you what I'm using for each because it might be adjusted. You're going to need a teaspoon of almond extract, 2 cups of flour, again 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and I buy the aluminum free. You're going to need a teaspoon of salt, 6 tablespoons of shortening, and 1 cup of milk. This amount is for a 9 by 13 pan. I used to make these in the full pans because I made them again for the FFA and 4-H fundraisers, and I will try to snap a picture of that, all of my markings, but it'll show you what how much of what you need for make those full pans if that's what you're interested in. Okay, so I have the oven preheated at 400. What we're going to do first is, let me move you up a little bit here, my friend, is I'm going to put the cherries in a pan and heat them. I have to say, cherry pie is my favorite. This is good too. I remember at one of the FFA fundraiser dances, I normally don't share my recipes, but there was a gentleman there that he was very, very nice. Him and his wife. And his wife worked at a restaurant in a town up the road, and he said it's the best cobbler he's ever had. He really liked the dough, and would I share the recipe? And I did. Okay, so we're going to add the vanilla extract, not vanilla, I'm sorry, the almond extract, which is 1 teaspoon. I love my teaspoons. This was a gift from one of my students when I was teaching, and I knew I would have them forever. So 1 teaspoon of almond extract. Now I add sugar to my cherries, and I'm going to start with 1/4 of a cup. I don't think it will be too much, but I'll let you know if it is. Because, you know, if you just taste this right now, don't taste it with the almond. 1/4 cup of sugar is a good place to start. So I'm going to get it hot in here to melt the sugar. And then I'm going to taste it to see if I like the consistency. See if it's got enough sugar. Now, I have a son that when I make cherry pie, he doesn't like the whole cherries. I kind of smash it, but I'm not going to do that in this case. I'm just trying to get the sugar all melted, because next we're going to put it into the 9 by 13 dish, and you do not grease it. It's ungreased. And then we're going to put it in the oven and let it get hot, boily, and then we're going to mix up the dough and then dump the dough on top. It's a pretty easy recipe. The sugar, I mean, it looks dissolved. I don't see how it could be dissolved that fast, but I think that's perfect for me. So the 1/4 cup of sugar works for me. Might not work for you. It's not real sweet. If you want it sweeter, add more sugar. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. So basically I did this step to add the sugar, let the sugar dissolve, and see if I like the sweetness. And it's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to pour it in here. I'm going to get every drop, or I do anyway. Even it out. Now we're going to mix up the dough part. I'm going to back the camera up. Okay, so to this pan, I'm going to add, remember my flour, I loosen it up. I don't do it all packed. I'm going to do 2 cups of flour. Level. 1. 2. Move that guy out of the way. 2 cups of flour. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I kind of start incorporating it. Oh, I forgot. You need to put this in the oven for about 15 minutes. In the oven, 15 minutes. Okay, we're going to add 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Make sure they're level. 1, 2, 3, 1 teaspoon of salt. Make sure that's level as well. Okay, I'm going to mix all this up. Mix all this up first before you add the shortening. You want to make sure it's mixed up really good. Use the whisk. I showed y'all this technique. Kind of fluffs it all up. Kind of gives it the sifting effect. Okay. Now we're going to add 6 tablespoons of shortening. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry if I'm making a lot of noise. 6 tablespoons of shortening. They need to be level. Make sure they're level. Five. One more. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tablespoons of shortening. Now we're going to cut it in. Cut in the shortening. Now, if you have a food processor and you want to dump this into the food processor to cut it in, you would know how to do that. And that's fine, whatever you want to do. Remember, it's whatever you want. So we're cutting in the shortening. To where it looks like cornmeal. To this, you're going to add a cup of milk. You can kind of make a well if you want. One cup of milk. And I'll just kind of slowly incorporate it. Okay, I'm going to let this sit because I still have 9 minutes for the cherries to be cooking in the oven to get hot and bubbly. And I'll be back and we will add this to the top of the cobbler. Okay, I have pulled it out of the oven. It is hot and bubbly. Oh. Move you back over here. So now I'm going to add the dough. And you can drop it by spoonfuls, do it however you want. I know some people would spread it out over it. I don't really do that. But you do it however you want. As this cooks, these get bigger, of course. Probably do 3 across, huh? Like I said, nothing has to be perfect, my friends. Nothing has to be perfect. Y'all know I use every last thing. I don't like to waste. You don't have to have an ice cream. You could just scoop it like this with the spoon. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, if you care how it looks, then I guess I care more how it tastes. I know this is kind of messy. Don't do it like I did it. You could probably do 3 scoops across. But you'll see after I get it out of the oven what it does. Okay, I'm going to put it in the oven again. I'm going to bake it at 400 for 25 to 30 minutes. I will be back to show you how it is. Okay, I cooked it for about 28 minutes, if you want to be exact. You can see it's still bubbling, so I'm not going to taste it yet. I'm going to let it cool some. But in the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It is freshly piping hot out of the oven. I cooked it for about 28 minutes, if you want to be exact. It's too hot to taste, so I'll taste it in a minute. But in the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And I want you to try this peach cobbler. Not peach, I'm sorry. I want you to try this cherry cobbler. I have made peach cobbler too, so you can see how to do that. Maybe I'll do a video, I don't know. Okay, that wasn't good. Let's redo that. Here you go. Fresh cherry cobbler, straight out of the oven. I baked it for 28 minutes. You can still see it's bubbling. I'm going to let it cool a little bit and then I'll taste it. You can see how the dough rised up. And so you can put it nicer than me. Okay, the cherry cobbler has cooled, so now we're going to taste it. It's cooled some, not a lot, but the amount of sugar that's in the cherries, for me, is perfect. It's not real sweet, but it's still very good. So let's taste the crust. Let's taste the crust by itself. It's delicious. Really good. Kind of tastes like a biscuit. Does that mean you can eat this for breakfast? Cherry cobbler? This is delicious. Serve it with some ice cream. Homemade cherry cobbler. Delicious. Didn't take that long to make. Try it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bye.